Whammy. Love it. All right. I got a real serious story that I need to explain to you guys. My new toy. Yesterday, you guys, I had another moment of truth. I'm tired. I've been going through this my whole life, man. And I'm tired. As soon as I could, I moved out to the suburbs, young age. I wanted to go north because north it was just much safer, nicer neighborhoods, you name it. I wanted to get out of the hood ASAP, all right? ASAP. That's just how real I am, and that's how real it is. It's not cool. Well, look, the book I'm writing touches on exactly what I feel right now, right? I just feel like life is being a bully, like it's picking on me. And it just makes me wonder, like, why me? And my man Joe Bass, I don't even know if you remember saying this, but like a year and a half ago, you said to me, I think you go through those things so that you can be a testament. And that's the only thing that makes sense to me, Joe. You know, if I'm going through these things so that I can help everyone else, I'll take it. If that's not what's going on, if it's not for a better purpose, life, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Have I not went through enough already? I'm 3 years old by the time you broke in the house with guns and tied up my family. Life. I was 14 years old when somebody wanting to get in a gang initiation pulls up next to me and puts a shotgun to my forehead when I was 14 years old. Is that enough yet? Life? No? How about when I was 17 years old and you shot at me? Me and my buddies fell on the ground, looked at each other. Make sure nobody was hit, got up and ran home. Is that enough yet? Life? No? I mean, I didn't even have a gun yet. I didn't have nothing to protect myself with yet. And you're throwing this BS at me. Let me not go too far on a tangent here. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating. Here's the story. In Linwood, there is a whale. Whale, like a water whale, not like, well, both of them are water whale. It's kind of funny. Not the animal whale, okay? A whale that water comes up, and okay, a whale. There is a natural. These are very rare, and this is in the middle of a very well-populated city. I think the population is in Linwood, I think it's 80,000, 80, 90,000, something like that, I believe. And there's a well, um, nonstop, 24/7, 365. That water never stops. If no one's there to collect that water, it's just going into the ground, into the rocks. This well is so popular that no matter what time it is, which is part of this story, there's people there lined up to fill up their water bottles. Boom, right here. That's why I have this. That's where this comes from. I had, this is the smallest one I have. All the other ones are the, the big ones, right? And so I go down to the well and I fill up my 3 large buckets, and then that one right there, jug, bucket, whatever, and fill them all up, and then we bring them here. Now we got water. Now they did a news thing on this, right? The news had a little part. It must have been about a year ago. No, more than that. It's like 2 years ago. But the news had a piece on this well, and they've done tests and done pH balances to this water. This is the best water Washington State has to offer, and it's a natural well still, right? It's the best freaking water you will ever drink in your life. Like, we don't even buy bottled water or nothing like that. I even have the fridge, we got the fridge that has the filter and we go fill that up. And we're not the only ones. Again, when you go here, it's never not like full of people. The only time it's not full of people is when it's, around 1 in the morning, from 1 to 5 in the morning. That's when there's only maybe 2 or 3 cars there. Outside of that, this place is, and it's it's like kind of in the middle of nowhere, as much as the middle of nowhere in a city can be, right? Like, there's no houses or nothing like that. You've got to go up the hill one way, takes you up into the city and Linwood, and you actually go over the freeway bridge. If you go to the right, eventually you'll hit some apartments and some houses, but it's a couple of blocks that way and a couple of blocks that way. So in this little 4-block radius, I guess there's just nothing, right, except this well. I needed to say all that so that you understood what I'm about to explain. All right. So I'm somewhat a little emotional about this. So boom, I'm headed down there, and as I pull in, I'm in my truck. As I pull in, there's 2 cars there. Okay. And so I pull in, and I'm just, peeping the scenario, whatever, seeing what's going on. When I first pulled up, what I seen is, when you pull in, this where this well is, it can fit one, like, comfortably without it being crazy. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7 cars. All right. It fits 6 to 7 cars comfortably. If you go anywhere past that, it's kind of like it's congested, and you're gonna have to do a bunch of back turn, to get out, that kind of thing. All right. So when I pulled in, these 2 cars are right next to each other, and the one, as soon as I pull in, the one to the far left is a brand new 300 Chrysler 300, new model, right? And he's got some rims on there, like some 24-inch chrome rims that look real nice. And then there was a car next to him. Now, I don't know if these 2 know each other, I don't know. I didn't see them talking to each other or anything like that. But they were just right next to each other. I'm just telling you that, and so you can make your own conclusions as the story goes on. So I just peeped that, right? I'm always just aware of what's going on, what's happening, what does that look like? So the car, now I pulled to the right, so the Chrysler's to the far left over there, then the middle car, and then me. So as soon as I pulled in, that car basically pulled out and left. So when that car left, it's just me, empty spot, Chrysler 300. Okay? All right. So I get out of the car, out my truck. I get out the truck, and I go open the back door, grab a couple of the jugs. In fact, I think I just grabbed one. In fact, this is the first one I grabbed. So I grabbed that one, and I walk over to the well, take the top off, put it underneath the well. And because what I do is I put some water in there, which, and pour it out just to rinse them out. I do that with all of them. So I did that, but then as I did that, I heard something, and it sounded like it came from my truck. It was weird, but it sounded like it came from my truck. And so I turned around, I'm like, my keys are on me. Truck's obviously not on because I got the keys on me. What the heck was that? So then I looked, I'm like, that must have came from the Chrysler. It just sounded like a weird voice. I don't know, something weird like that. So I just chalked it up and was like, must have been him. My hearing's off, whatever. So water gets up about halfway, and then I pour it out. Once I pour it out, I turn around and I see somebody walking towards me from across the street. The other thing I don't think I explained is that the 300 was backed in so that he's facing the street, right? So he's facing the street. Now that's very weird, and when for that place, because in that place, when you go in there, you don't back in. When you're there, you just pull forward, you get your water, and you get out. Everybody does that. Now, obviously, it's not impossible for somebody to do that, or it's just odd. Okay, all right. That just know that. So he's backed in, all right, and he's facing the street. Now, again, I turn around and see somebody walking towards me. Now, understand, nothing's over there. As I explained, there's nothing for 2 blocks this way and nothing for 2 blocks that way. There's nothing there. There's no apartment, house. There's not even a trail he could have been coming from over there. Why are you walking to the well? No bucket, no nothing. You're just walking over here towards the well. He's not giving any energy, communication, or anything to the 300 Chrysler. Nothing. He's walking straight over towards me. All right. Maybe he has a cup, right, in his jacket or something, and he's gonna fill his cup up with that. Let's see. But that's weird, right? That's weird. That's not normal. What's happening? I'm aware, right? Number one, defensive profiling. So that's what I do. I'm profiling him. I also profiled the person in the Chrysler 300. What did he look like? Well, he had on some kind of, jacket type thing. He was leaned back real far in the driver's seat. He was on the phone. He had his hat on. He had a hat on like this here, but he had it like this. Okay? And he's leaned way back and he's on the phone. I don't see no water bottles in the back of his seat, in his back seat. I don't see no water bottles anywhere in his car. Could that be in the trunk? Absolutely. Absolutely it could be. I'm just telling you what I see. All right? All right. So, rinse out the thing right there. About to fill it back up, but I see the guy walking towards me. Something's off. So, I put the water bottle down. And I'm making like I'm about to go grab my other jugs, my other gallon bucket things. And so he's walking towards me, defensive profiling. And because this doesn't look right, I need to feel the situation out. Okay? So as I'm doing that, my hand is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Right where the gun is right there. See that? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I have my hand. Defensive profiling. Number 2, put yourself in the most ready position without escalating the situation. He doesn't know what this means. Hands just right here. That's all. Number 3, take control of the situation. That's me talking and filling it out. Okay? So, walking over towards me and I said, what's going on, man? Nothing. Nothing. Now, what does he look like? He also has a hat. He's got curly hair, kind of going around his hat, kind of curly, but some of it's somewhat straight. I don't know, something. Okay, he's got his hat on, but he's got on like, it looked like he got on 2 t-shirts, a sweater, and a jacket or so. That's kind of what he looks like, right? He's got a lot of clothing on. It's cold outside. He's got a lot of clothing on. He's walking slow. Like, this is how he's walking. Okay? Now understand, once he got to a certain distance, I needed to make more conversation to feel this guy out. Hand still down here. Very like, I'm not showing no kind of threat, nothing. I'm actually talking and I'm sounding very friendly, actually. Okay. So once he gets about where you guys are at looking at this video, right? Where the camera's at. Once he got about right there, I needed to speak a little bit more. So I said, hey, how you doing, man? I'm good. That's how he responds to me. I'm good. And he's doing this. All right. Because I've been through so much, something in me, when I feel threatened, my natural reaction is to approach the threat. However, I'm intelligent, and that's stupid in this situation. Okay, some situations call for it, but in this one, it's not. So my body walked towards him a little bit, but then I started sidestepping a little bit. But I'm doing it cool, like I'm not like doing no, I'm not doing anything like that. It's just he's doing this slow walk towards me. Okay, so as I was getting ready to walk towards him, because he's really in the path of me and my truck, but I still needed to kind of sidestep a little bit. Okay, and so what I did is I said, "Go ahead, man. I'm about to go grab another bottle. Do you?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's not talking to me like that. He's just these weird little, he's acting weird. His replies are, his voice, everything. All right. It's off. Okay. So he walks past me, I come this way. He walks past me and I'm, my eyes are still on him. I'm not being like threatening or nothing. I need you guys to really understand this, because I need you to understand that I did nothing to make somebody feel uncomfortable or nothing. All right. This guy did everything to making anybody feel uncomfortable. Okay? Like quick answers and just slow walk. Okay? Whole demeanor's off. That's what I need you to understand. So I go to my truck, and as I go to my truck to grab another a jug, when I grab the jug and turns around, he is standing right where my jug, this small one, remember, I left it there, so it's right where the well is. The well's constantly throwing water out. It never stops, no matter what, whether you're there or not. And so my jug is right there, and the way it works at this place is there's two sides to the well, okay? There's the one when you first pull up, it's coming out right there, and then right on the other side of it is the other part of it, and it's also spitting out water. So when people come to grab their water, one person goes to the front, another person goes to the rear, and they fill up their water bottles. When you're done, somebody takes your place, etc. All right, so when I turn around with my other bucket in hand, he's standing right where, my side is. If you want some water, all you got to do is go right to the other side. I mean, it's just right there. It's 3 steps, and boom, you're right there, okay? But he's standing there, like the water. Let's say this is the water of thing where the water's coming out the well, and the water's pouring out this way, okay? And you guys are my truck. Water's coming out right here. He's standing. It's only about this high though. He's standing right here. If he wants water, all he's got to do is go around, just like that, and there's water coming on this side, right? He's just standing right where my water bottle is, right where he's seen I was at getting water. He's standing there just like this. So I'm looking like, why are you standing right next to what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not saying anything. I'm just thinking, what is he doing? This is the well. Do you want water? Get the water. What are you doing? Nothing. He's standing there. What time is it? Around 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'll explain that in a little bit. So what I said is, go ahead, man, you got it. Handle your business. When you're done, I'll finish up. Go ahead. Because I got lots of jugs. I don't want to keep you, waiting. Even though there's another side to this, right? I'm just making communication. I'm not falling for that. I'm not about to walk right over there. You're standing there and I'm not stupid. All right? I've been through too much already. I'm not stupid. So when I said that to him, go ahead, man. As soon as you're done, then I'll come over there. Go ahead, you got it. So what he did is he went, looked like his idea might be a little shaken up right now. Oh, the Chrysler's still there. He's still there. I'm looking over, and the dude in the Chrysler is peeping the whole situation, but still kind of looking towards the street as if he doesn't want it to look like he's looking at us. All right? So what the guy does is he bends over and starts drinking from the well, like we used to do with our water hose, right, in the summertime. So that's what he's doing. Bends over, drinks it. And I'm thinking, so you walked over here to this well for 2 quick sips from either 2 blocks this way or 4 blocks that way? After he takes a couple sips, he comes up, starts walking towards me. Not towards the street where he had just came from. He's walking towards me. So I put the bucket down because this doesn't make sense. I put the bucket down and I said, as he's walking towards me now, real slow, and I said, you ain't got no water bottle or nothing to put the water in? And he said, nah. This is his exact body language. He has his hands down here in his pockets, okay? He's got his hands down here in his pockets. And I said, you ain't got no water bottle or nothing to fill up? Like I was getting ready to actually offer him, because I had an empty water bottle in the car. I was about to offer him to use mine. You know, you can rinse it out and whatever. Just to make smile. I wouldn't even expect him to take it, but maybe, right? So I'm just making talk with him to get the feel of what is he doing, what's he thinking, what's happening. And so when I said, you ain't got no jug or nothing to, or bottle to put the water in, and he went just like this. No. He's walking to me, and that was his demeanor. Just like that, hands in pockets. No. Face is scrolling up and everything. Okay. All right. Now it's serious. As he does this and he's walking towards me, I'm like, you good? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. Are you sure? He's about this close to, we're right here, you guys. We're right here. I mean, we're right here, you guys. Okay, real close. So now that you're right here and your demeanor, yeah. All right. This don't feel good. It don't feel right. It's not making sense. And you're too close to me. All right. So when he does that, I'm like, Eddie, you need something, bro? Or what's happening, man? And when I asked him that, he glanced back at the 300. Why? I don't know. He didn't make any sign. No, nothing. He didn't say hi. I'm just letting you know what happened. I don't know if they're connected or not. I don't know. I'm just telling you that when I'm still like talking to him, like, what's happening? He looked back at the 300 and then he looked back at me, hands in his pocket. Okay. Now, once we got close and he did that, yep. His blades to me, right? His shoulder blades to me. And he's close to me like this. He's not walking towards the street. He had walked up to me like that. Now, I had on a coat. This is the exact coat I had, okay? I had this coat on. So once he got close to me like that, and it's way too funny. It's wrong. The whole feeling, everything about what's happening is wrong. You understand? I'm hoping I'm coming across so that you understand that what he was doing made no sense. And when something like that doesn't make sense, I had another video I made not too long ago where I said, when shit hits the fan or when the moment of truth happens, usually you'll see a glitch in the matrix. Something doesn't make sense. And that is where your threat's coming from. All right? So he's not making sense in his demeanor. You walked over to the well where my stuff was. You didn't even go to the other side. You stood there with your arms crossed. When I said, go ahead, you got it. You took 2 sips of the water. Then you turned around and walked towards me. I said, do you need it? You got a bottle or something? No. You good? Yep. And that's where we was at. His shoulder blade to me. And when it got like that, now my blade is to him. Showtime. My hand's on my gun. Okay? He can't see this, actually. Believe it or not, he cannot see what's going on. He can't see that I have my hand on my gun. My hand is just like this. But my blade is to him like this, and his blade is to me. He can't see what's going on. From his angle, it just looked like my hand's on my hip or something. And I'm just like, like, what's up? But I'm just like this, okay? His blade is to me. I bladed him back. And as I do that and I'm walking towards my water, I'm still talking to him. I'm trying to make small talk to feel him out. I need him to keep talking or not talking. Whatever he wants to do, I need to keep talking to him so that I know exactly where he's at. Do you understand? Mentally. That is a big thing. I want you guys to understand. This has saved my life more than once. Talking, keep talking, like say, I don't, whatever. Just keep talking to him and you'll start hearing, that's how you check his temperature. You understand? That's how you check to see where he's really at. So we're bladed, hands on my pistol. He took that look back at the dude in the 300 and I'm like, what's going on with you, man? What's going on? You straight? What's happening? But now, you guys, now we're doing this. Come on. Come on. I had all the reason in the world to walk in my direction. My water bottles is over there. Or my water bottle is over there. I'm getting water. I was just waiting for him to be done. I know what I'm doing. I'm walking towards my water. But the street's over here, all he had to do is just keep on walking, but he didn't. Instead of walking towards the street, he, with his blade, did this. You're coming back around. If you're coming back around, I'm not going to turn my back to you and go to the water. You think I am Boo Boo the Fool? No, not happening. Excuse me. Freaking emotional. So when he had his, he's still coming back around. He's not going to the street. He's not going to the crowd. He's coming back around on me. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm not going to walk off and then no. I'm going back around with him. And once that happened, you guys, and mind you, don't forget, I ain't came off this. And we're doing this, in my mind, I'm just thinking, here it is. Here the fuck it is. I've been through all this bullshit, man. All this bullshit in life. And here it is. Why me? Thoughts going through my head, real fast, split seconds. But that's what's going through my head. It's just like, what the fuck? But here we go. I'm zoned in. I bet you I'm going to stay alive. I bet you I ain't going to be the one dead. How much you want to bet on this one? That's where I'm at with it. You understand? We're still blading. Now we're going around in a circle. Oh, it's going down because now I know for a fact that you got something to go against. Your attention's on me. You want something. You're up to no good. You're trouble. What's happening? You got a gun on you? You got a blade? What is your goal? To rob me? Is this your boy over here in the 300? What's happening? These are the thoughts in my head, but I'm on him. I'm on him. You understand? So my shoulder blades to him just like this. We're going in these circles. My hand's on my gun. He can't see it. I promise you he can't see it. I promise you he cannot see it. All right? What's crazy is, what's crazy? It was kind of like, remember in Tombstone, when Doc Holliday met up with Johnny Ringo at the end, I'm your Huckleberry and all that, and then they were walking in a circle for the drawdown. I promise you it was so similar to that. Except it wasn't like, we didn't agree on drawing or not, I'm just saying the whole circling, like walking like that, it was exactly the same. That's exactly what was happening. The only difference is we were both completely, I guess they kind of were in the movie too at one point, but we were both bladed to each other just like this, going around in a circle. And we didn't go in like several circles or anything like that. I'm walking towards the water, Blade, he took that look back, you straight? And now he's not responding. And everything else I'm saying to him, like, are you sure you good, man? He's not responding. He's not saying nothing. He's just looking at me, and he makes the double back. So I can't go to the water right here. So now I got to turn back and, hey, what's good, bro? You need to talk to me, say something. What's happening? Right? This is where we're at, about right here. I'm telling you right now, my heart is pounding. It's popping. We're not going to keep going in those circles because now I'm about to confront him. And as soon as that happens, we're going around just like this. And I'm like, hey, what's happening, bro? And I stopped. Like, we're not about to keep walking in no circle. I stopped. I'm like, what's going on? You got a problem? Are you hungry? Thirsty? What are you doing? Why are you acting like this? You know, like this is the words that I can't even tell you exactly what I was saying because I was really so zoned in on his body language, his hands, all right? Because his hands are still in his pocket and he's blading me. I don't know if he got a knife or gun. I don't know. So a lot of my concentration was more just on him. I know I'm saying things to him to fill him out. Not saying nothing rude at all, but I just don't remember exactly word for word. You know, it's just kind of like I was just throwing this random mumble out there, just you know, like, well, say something. What's going on? So you silent? You know, I'm just, you know, whatever. I'm doing that as we're going around like this, you know, in this circle. And then when I stopped, and it was like, I'm not playing this game no more. All right, we're done with that. What's going on? So when I stop like this here, he stops. Body don't look right. Body language don't look right. My hand's right here. And this is just where I'm at with it. Okay? This is just where I'm at with it. He's right there with his blade to him, or to his blade to me. And I'm like, my hand's out, like, what do you want to do? He's weird, man. Because he's just standing there just. This is what he's doing. Hey, bro, if you got a problem, let me know. As soon as I said that, a car pulls up. Understand that once I said, do you need a water bottle? And he went, nope. He didn't say anything after that. So everything else I'm saying to him and I'm talking to him, he's not responding. All right? It was all just a. That's it. That's all he was doing. The whole time I'm talking, I'm trying to say things to him, trying to fill him out. And he stopped talking to me. It's all energy on me. No, I don't want to steal off and hit him. I don't want to, like, I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to keep my cool. I don't want to go off on him and make it worse. At the same time, once we went around, I think we only went around like once. All right. But once that happened, if I'm headed towards the water, okay, and it then got so steamy that I walked. Now I'm back aiming at the water. That's enough fucking walking. All right. And that's where I stopped. And I'm like, hey, what's happening, bro? What's really good? What's going on? Talk to me. You know, we got beef. What are you trying to do? Do you need help? Do you need to borrow $1? What's happening? Talk, speak up, because what you're doing right now is going to get you hurt. You understand? Now, when I said that to him, the car had pulled in, and when the car pulled in, his whole body language changed. I was happy. Personally, I was freaking, yes, God, something happened. Thank you. I don't care if it's life, whatever. Look, randomness. Whatever it was, it saved me. It really saved him, but it saved me a headache. It saved me court dates. It saved me, just time away from my daughter. Just the craziest stress in the world is what it saved me from. And when that car pulled in, he was, again, he was looking, his body language is towards me, which is towards the water. And when the car pulled in, he looked back, he sees the car pulled in, and he kind of, his body language like dropped down, like almost like he turned nice all of a sudden or something, like, right? Because it was like this. And then when the car pulled in, he was like, and he went, and he walked off. I sat there and I watched him walk off, and he turned left. This is what I did. I didn't even get to fill up all my water bottles. I went over there and I filled up that water bottle, that one. Okay. I filled up that water bottle. And as that water bottle is getting filled up, I'm still looking over my shoulder, you know. But this couple came in, it was a Hispanic couple, they came in, they went to the other side of the water and they're filling up their little jugs or whatever. So I filled up mine, and as mine is getting to the top, the 300C drives off, turns left in his direction. Now, my thing gets full, I pull it out, put the cap back. I need to see this. So I goes and I puts it in the back of my truck. I put it in the back of my truck, the water thing. I didn't even get the other ones. I picked that one up off the floor, throw it in the truck. I need to see if I still see this guy, because there's nowhere for him to go. Nowhere. I know how long it's going to take for him to get to a place where he can turn left, where there's population, apartments, whatever, you know, and then he has to go all the way over the bridge to get to a store. But regardless, I need to catch him before he's close enough to where he can turn left. That's all I need to do. And I knew I was way ahead of time for that. He was gonna be at least a block away before he got to somewhere where he could turn left, right to that street right there. So when I get in my truck, I back out, I pulls out and turn left. When I turn left, guess what? He's nowhere to be found. He's nowhere to be found. It's 100% impossible for him to have made it to the next street where you can turn left in that amount of time, even if he was jogging. All right? So I added it up. 1 + 1 = 2. That guy in that 300 came out of there, turned, he jumped in the car with that guy, and they drove off. That's my conclusion of what I believe happened. I believe that guy in 300 was sitting there waiting for somebody to come there alone. And as soon as someone was there alone, he was to call that guy over. The guy looked like he walked out of nowhere, like out of darkness. Okay, that's what was crazy. and he walks straight over towards us and starts doing all that acting weird and standing by all that craziness. Yeah, it was a setup, in my opinion. That's what it seemed to be. Now you make your own call. Maybe it wasn't. At the same time, it's irrelevant. I was scared to death, man. But I was zoned in. I was very angry too. Once we stopped, like, I was cool. Even when we were going in a circle, it was just kind of like, I have my gun there, but I so badly want him to laugh or respond to me in a nice manner, or, oh, nothing, man, I'm just real thirsty and about to walk all the way up to Walmart, you know, something like that, right? Sorry for the phone ring. Hold on here. Interruption, right? So anyway, that's what happened, man. And so, you know, I was like, this is crazy, and I just drove off and went home and did my thing. But as I'm driving home, I'm angry, man. Again, I didn't act upset. I didn't act really upset until we stopped, and at that point, it was like, man, what's up, man? You know, I'm sorry. Like, I got angry once we went all the way in the circle, and you're doing like I had all the right in the world to have been mad a long time ago. I had all the right to be absolutely pissed and just like, what do you want to fight? Whatever. I had all the right to be like that, but I wasn't. I kept my cool through the whole thing, you know, and then eventually when we came to a stop, it was like, all right, I'm done playing with you. What's up? What's up? You know, that's where it was. That's where I was at with it. So I was done, man. And the car pulled in, left. I know it's a long... I'm so emotional still about the situation, you guys. I'm frustrated. But yeah, that was that, man. I'm tired. I don't want no more issues. I don't want any more of that. That was close, man. What was gonna happen if that car didn't pull in? Was the guy in the 300 gonna come out and help him? What was about to happen? I don't know. But if he would have made any sudden quick move, if he would have Any of that, it was pop, 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 pop. That's where we were at. We were at the standstill. We were at the pause. And now I'm pissed. What's happening? He's not responding. He's just like he's ready to get down. I'm ready to get down. And the car comes. Mind you, I was spitting some shit at him too. Like, I mean, like, what's up, man? I'm tired of this shit. What are we doing? What's up? What is all this? You know, I was talking like that to him when we were at the standstill. So that's that, you guys. I might make another video, shorten this up, but this is the full emotional video right here. I'll make another one, short it up, make it quick and sweet, but you guys are my people and you see where I'm at with this. I'm just tired.